Chapter 35, I believe it's the 20th today, 20th of January. What drinks do I like? This is a hard one to embellish any more than what's in the book, but I did have one thought as I read that chapter. Water is the key here. You've heard me talk about the incident where we went with the ward, Bishop Quigley, and we came up later. We stayed, walked up the Sawtooth Mountains and so forth, and we're going to meet the main body because I had to work and others had to work. I don't remember exactly what the reasoning was, but so we stayed overnight and started up the Sawtooth Mountains, and we're going to meet them. To make a long story short, they got lost and got on the wrong range of mountains or wrong trail or something. We didn't have a whole lot of food. I think all we had was basically gummy worms, which I hate anyway. I don't know why we got gummy. Everybody else that I was with, the boys like gummy worms, but I hate them, so I didn't even eat those. But we weren't totally prepared because we thought we were going to meet up with the main body. At any rate, we didn't meet up with the main body till the whole hike was basically over. 2 days later, well, slept overnight, and the mosquitoes carried us away, and we talked about and had fun with all of that, and the sleeping, that. I think it was a 2-man tent. We had 4 big old bodies in there, and I think I was hanging out the door most of the night and so forth, just because there wasn't enough room. A little chilly, and even though it was summertime. But at any rate, the bottom line I wanted to make here is what saved us there was we ran into a scout troop as we were hiking, back to where the end of the hike was going to be. We ran into a scout troop, and they had some water filtration systems that allowed us to fill our canteens and drink as much as we wanted to drink. And we were, walking up, sweating, losing water in our bodies and so forth, and that was a concern. We had run out of water and so forth, but that saved us. They had a filtration system where they could make even creek water okay and good to drink. And so we did that, and we were able to get back down to the campsite. And then, of course, the ultimate irony is when Sister Quigley denied us anything to eat because we hadn't eaten in a couple of days either, till all the rest of the troops got there so they could have the hamburgers. I don't think she believed us, but that was an interesting deal. We had to sit there another hour or two after we got down there, waiting for the rest of them to get there before we could partake of those hamburgers, and they tasted pretty good. But she denied us that access for a little while. Anyway, so the filtration system of that water really saved us. It was you can go without food for a long time, but water, you need that. Now, I've talked about Lake Alice and the trip, and again several times, but Mac had a filtration system that he took. I've never even seen anything like this. It was we went down to the lake, got a couple of gallons of water, and brought it up, and there were filters, and the lake water went through and came down into a bag where we could drink it, and it was pure. There was nothing. It was tasted. I can't taste water anyway, but it was good, and filtrated all of the impurities out of that water. And so we were, that again, that water was saved us up there. I mean, we had some canteens, and we could have drunk out of the creek and so forth, but it wasn't near as healthful. And you don't know what's up the head of the creek. Might be a cow doing his business in the creek up there, and you could get some bad stuff there. But so Mac had that filtration system, and it was so useful. Vic and I got each other. It's called a Berkey, I don't know, one of those Berkey filtration system, and I think I've mentioned this before, but I can't taste the difference in the water, but Vicky can, and she is just thrilled with it. But the reason I'm talking about it today in this setting is I think it's so important that we are prepared for something that may occur. We've been asked by the prophets over and over again since I was a little kid. I remember, be prepared and have a 2 years supply and so forth. Well, food is very important, but and they've cut it down to 6 months supply, but you need a supply of water. And so my hope is, and the reason for this vlog is to encourage everyone within the sound of my voice to make sure that you have enough water to sustain your families for an extended period of time should the eventuality occur. This Berkeley system, we have some barrels. I thought, well, at least we'll have some water, but I don't. They get kind of, you got to change them out, and they get mossy or whatever. But even that water could be filtrated by this Berkey system, so my hope is that you will sustain your families through preparedness with food and particularly water. So thanks very much. Have a great day.